I'm C13. I'm an independent artist, aspiring DJ if I don't give up. So yeah, I'm just gonna share a story time about how I got my first show. Maybe it will inspire some of y'all out there. I don't know. Let's go back to circa 2020, the time of the panoramic. At the time, that's when people were like starting to do like their side businesses and stuff like that. I was still working. I was essential or whatever. I definitely, wanted to see if I could do a little extra side income or whatever. So I had actually had my candle brand. So yeah, I was making handmade soy candles. I would also sell like crystals, sage, stuff like that. That was also the same time that I was kind of starting to take my music seriously, hosting it on platforms, iTunes and Spotify and Tidal and stuff like that. That's when I started to take my music a little bit seriously. At the time, I was following, well, I still am, in this group called Black San Diego, where they post like black businesses and anything black basically. And they had posted this music video or like this post with this female rapper. Shout out Kalia. So yeah, I saw that and I was just like, oh, this is dope. Like, this is what I want to do. Like, I want to do music videos, perform. I want to collab, with other female artists out here. I just reached out to her, Facebook Messenger. The message was along the lines of like introducing myself, hey, I'm looking to collab. Here's links to my music if you want to check it out. But then the worst thing fucking happened. Oh my god. So I don't know if I had nails on or whatever it was, but my hand slipped and I accidentally called this girl. Oh my god.
You're a dummy, bitch.
I was just like, damn, she gonna think I'm weird, because I would think that I'm weird. I get this random message from this person and they call me.
I'm so freaking pissed.
I was just like, damn, I fucked up. I was just like, she's not gonna respond. She's gonna think I'm weird. She's gonna think I'm weird and thirsty. So I was just like, yeah, I messed that one up. So I was just like, you know what? I'm gonna pull up on her. So basically I just followed her like on Instagram and just was showing support and was just looking out. I saw that she was having a show coming up at Queen Bee's. Grabbed my cousin and we pulled up at Queen Bee's. So after she was done performing, I went up to her, I introduced myself, just like, hey, like, introduce myself. I'm C13. I'm a female artist out here, just trying to get to build a community and collab more with, or collab with, female artists out here. She was so nice, and she introduced me to a few other people. But the real magic happened when I went to the bathroom.
Huh?
Shout out to the bathroom. Shout out to my bladder. My weak ass bladder. So I was on my way to the bathroom, and so at the time I had like blonde highlights in my hair. Well, what was left of them, because the blonde kind of broke off my hair. But anyways, Kalia has like half her hair blonde. So I don't know if, because we're both brown, kind of petite, and like the blonde highlights, I got mistaken for her. So I was going to the bathroom and this girl was calling me her name.
Shakira, that's tú?
And I was just like, oh, no, I'm not Kalia. I'm C13.
Bitch, what?
Like, yeah, I was just like, yeah, I'm C13. I don't know who I thought I was.
You know it's your girl.
But I was just like, hey, you gotta show up. You gotta. And then it's weird because like my artist name has like numbers and shit in it. Like, I get shit for it all the time. People are like, what are you, a robot? Like, it's really awkward introducing myself sometimes. Now it's kind of like I'm getting used to it. But anyway, she was just like, oh, like, I apologize, whatever. But she was like, but you look familiar. And I was like,
How, Sway?
I'm like, do you be in the streets? Cause that's where I was.
We outside.
Shit. But no, she was like, no, I seen you somewhere. I was like, oh, well, I have a candle brand. And she was like, oh yeah. And she pulled up my candles. She was following my page, and I was like, oh. But she was like, yeah, I'm having a hip-hop event. I have space for like vendors or performers if you're interested in either one. And I was like, hell yeah, I would love to perform. And so that's how I got my first show. So basically, you know, I followed up with her. I DM'd her like, hey, it was nice meeting you. I'm still very interested. Just let me know the day, the time, where do I need to send stuff. Just let me know. Let me know. I don't even know if she knows that that was my first show. I just took it like, you know, like I was used to it. But pause. Yeah, that's how I got my first show. I'll post the flyer, but this was, what is 7? July 17, 2021. That was the first time I ever performed. I actually have the performance here on YouTube. I'll link the video. But yeah, it's a little cringe to watch. Ugh. But that's also where I met Jasmine Rose. And I met Sham Black.
We link up, dog. It's like a video. Slow down on the Hennessy, money making my enemies make me part of their everyday jealous ritual.
Callie K Fresh.
Rich, we were playing from the street before them houses were built. Yo, I did it for the valley, y'all. Don't try to act like you don't know. Going in the body, yo, with Nacho on the Sabado. I'll let your friends, me and mine about to roll. I got a spot, we ain't kick it on the low. For sure, yo.
In duality, my voice make them down when they call me your majesty. We live in duality. I've been on the top, you think I defy gravity. We live in duality. The day goes, I swear that my name immortality.
But yeah, so that's pretty much my story time of how I got my first show back in 2021. So technically I've been performing for about 4 years. Still got, you know, practice and all that to go. It was crazy because like the first time, like the first show, I was kind of like shy, and like when I was kind of going up to vendors or whatever, they were like, oh, you did great, whatever. I was like, oh, thanks, it was my first time. They were like, really? You seem like you've performed before, like we couldn't even tell. I was just like, man, this is my first show. I need to, like, any nervousness I had, I needed to get rid of it, because this was my first show. I couldn't go out sad on my first show. Period. Period. But yeah, this is just, you know, motivation, inspiration. If you want to start performing in your city, it's possible. You just got to put a little legwork in it. I'm gonna make a separate video on a little bit more in depth and detail on how to get shows in your city and in other cities, because I've gotten shows in another city in Connecticut. So I'll kind of share that in the in the other video. If you want to start performing, you can do it. It's not that hard. But if you have any questions, just leave them below. Any video suggestions, leave them below. Keep going. Shit. Keep it thuggin' on the West Coast. Wake up in the morning and I open up my old hoes. Phone be hella dry, just tell them I got no hoes. Gotta keep it player, cause these niggas, they be local. Keep it thuggin' on the West Coast. How you doing? Yeah, it's really nice to meet ya. Gotta keep it pushing, cause I wouldn't wanna be ya. And now